Hi guys, hope you all are doing well. My name is Nimish Bedarkar and I'll be telling you all a little story about about my journey with a camera in one hand. But before that, I'd like to thank Center for Skill Development for giving me this amazing opportunity to talk about when passion met skill. So I was checking up the meaning of these words, skill, talent, passion and knowledge, and I was wondering if we need all these four for like a fruitful outcome, uh, or is it going to be like a combination or a series that we have to follow to be able to call ourselves each of these. So talent is a gift that we possess since birth. A passion is what we are really inclined towards and we enjoy doing it. A skill for me is secretly a synonym for the phrase practicing your passion. So when you combine a skill with the desire to learn, I think you can be called as someone with a strong skill in a particular thing. Then knowledge, I think, is a combination of all the above three minus the practical aspect of it, just the practical. And when I said about when passion meets skill, uh, it actually opens up a plethora of options for you. And these options come as opportunities, as competitions, as absolutely anything. And I personally suggest that you should never ever let any one of them go. So for me, whenever I was seen with a camera, I was automatically asked to come and click pictures. And at first, I'd be very shy to do photography, but then over time, I have realized that these opportunities come in any form that you can imagine. And one must always remember to take these opportunities. Well, the second most important thing I remember uh, learning is while we discover our passion, we really have to keep practicing at the same time, and you really have to give yourself feedback for at every step so that you know you're figuring out a better way out of this. And this always helps you better your skill, and practice only makes a man perfect. And I remember a time I was so busy with photography that I had made myself a very tight schedule. So, say from morning 6 a.m. to evening 11 p.m., I was totally busy with photography. So, obviously, the first half of my day would be college, the second half would be my diploma. And it it only helps to give time, give effort, put in efforts in your skill, and only then you can call it owning your skills. And it's absolutely essential to own your skills, only to realize that you can always do better and better at each step. So this cycle between passion and skill, it keeps going. So your after a point, your passion commands high skill, and your skills always try to bring out the best of your passions from within. It's a win win situation. So, with these points in mind, I'd like to tell you all a little story of how I began my journey with photography, or as I said, with a camera in my hand. So this one time I was traveling with my parents. I was in 11th standard and it was the year 2013. So I remember that smartphones had a 5 megapixel camera in those days, and I don't think today we could ever compare the quality of those photos with what we have. I think today the highest goes up to 108 megapixel. So that's a big difference. Before this day, I had never held a camera with the intent of being a photographer, or I did not even expect a good result out of my photos. So we stepped out, we were looking for places here and there where to go for sightseeing, and I randomly started clicking pictures once we were there, and of things, places, trees, birds, animals, whatever was visible to my eyes. And to my surprise, once I was done, I sat and showed these pictures to my dad, and he said that these pictures are really nice, and it's believe me, it's difficult to get a compliment out of him. But I was really satisfied. I felt happy when I clicked those pictures and when I was going through them. So I decided to send these photos to my friends to get a different opinion from them. So they saw the photos, they loved them as well, and I've realized that you have to gather people around you. So I went back home and decided to share these photos with my friends, who again gave me a good response. They said these are good pictures. They really love them, and I've realized that it's very important to surround yourself with people who know you in and out. They will always motivate you, always help you, and definitely boost you uh, to do to pursue your skills, pursue your passion, and they'll never disappoint you or discourage you from doing what you absolutely love. The next most important event I remember is the farewell of 12th standard, where this person who had never talked to me before randomly messaged me asking me to bring my DSLR and click good pictures of the entire batch so that we all have like a memory to share. Then today I can call her one of my best friends, and she has been there through graduation as well, and she's always motivated me, pulled me in events left, right, and center. So it's people like these who you need, who motivate you to do better, who always give you, show you the opportunities that lie in front of you, and maybe you don't really always are willing to take them, but they'll be the ones to tell you that no, you really have to do this because you're good at it and you can always be better at it. And ever since then, I have always been there. I have learned that being like seizing the opportunity is the most important, and I have always been there for, I guess, 99% of the events that have happened in college. And not because I had to be there or anything, or that I was a part of some cell, but only because I started loving being there. And it helped me learn about a camera, about how it functions in ways that I wouldn't have been able to learn in any other way. But somewhere it had told me secretly that this wasn't going to be enough if I really had to be known to be skilled in photography. So I joined this diploma course specializing in tabletop and food photography, which had later come in handy in my life. But what I had most fondly learned in that diploma is uh, lighting techniques and how a camera needs to function at all times of the day, and most importantly, the post processing part, which I had completely no idea about. It's like Photoshop, Corel Draw, and Adobe Illustrator. And during that course, I had, so it was basically a class. So there were people who were doing the exact same thing that I was. They were passionate about photography. I could share some things only with certain people, and they were the people who I could share things about photography, about a new camera, about a new lens that was in the market. And that made me feel a little more confident about myself, that it's not like whatever I have chosen as my skill is very rare or anything like that. There are a bunch of other people who are willing to do the same thing, who are willing to learn about the same camera that I am. And we all learned about healthy competition when it comes to a skill, because photography, for as far as I know, is a very competitive field of study, and a little difference makes all the difference. in photos. So, but we never felt that it was unhealthy competition between us. We've always, and even today when we talk, when it's always helpful, being helpful to each other, letting people know, letting each other know where we lack, where we are good at. And I think, but the most important thing that I have learned in these days was time management, because I was worked up the entire day from 6 to 11 p.m., 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Then I learned hard work, because you absolutely had to put in efforts to get that desired photograph that you wanted, and perseverance, no matter what. Success could be delayed, but then the satisfaction cannot be. So if you're not happy with what you're doing, then I don't think there's point in doing it at all. And after that, I started working as a freelancer. I joined a Pune based startup in the media sector, because I needed to work to know or to test myself for what I had learned, and there wasn't a better opportunity. So, being in the market, talking to clients day in, day out, understanding what they wanted, negotiating with them, and all these things helped me to ascertain my own status, my own position of where and how I have come out to be out of this learning. And I assure you that this test that I took was not to ascertain it in any monetary terms, but to only see if I was ever going in the right direction, and was there much left for me to learn in photography. And I wasn't surprised to find out that there was so much left for me to learn still. And it taught me that the real world is so much different and than what it is in books. And coming to my favorite part, I never stopped traveling during all these experiences that I just shared with you all, because uh, I think traveling has a separate place in my heart, and I absolutely love travel. I love exploring, meeting new people, sh- uh, getting to know about their experiences, their lives, and it is so humbling. It teaches you empathy, it teaches you things you could never imagine, and that is the best part about a travel. To briefly sum up my traveling experiences, I was on this journey with my parents again. I was going from Manali to Srinagar by road, and I was just awestruck at by the stupefying beauty of nature. The next time I traveled was a random trek in the northeast of India, and I'd gone there with two of my friends who later I found out were as keen on exploration as I was. And while the previous journey only gave me a chance to witness nature, the other one I was actually a part of it, and it made me meet so many kinds of people, so many different places in the world that I could never imagine. And these experiences made me change my perspective about life thereafter, and it made me feel so humbled. And I I spoke to people, and they had lived lives that I could never ever even imagine, let alone living them. Today, I believe it's always been a pleasure for me to look back at life and uh, to click photographs with that 5 megapixel camera. I'd really like to time travel and thank myself, because it has helped me overall to understand, to discover my passion, my skill, and it has helped me to own my skills. Uh, and it turns out those are some of the best photographs I have shot till date. And my most important takeaway from learning the skill of photography is that once you miss a moment, I think it's never going to return no matter what. Spontaneity is absolutely important, and the satisfaction you get when you click one random picture and it's totally unplanned, but it turns out to be the best picture that you've clicked. So I can say so many of my photos that I've clicked have been unplanned, and this somewhat makes me want to click more and more every single time, and only because it yields unexpectedly good results. So keep clicking, never stop smiling, because you never know, someone else might be clicking you. Thank you.